Wake up! Hey, you! Yeah, wake up. So yeah, America. Yeah. So America's not livable anymore. Cost of living in the United States is absolutely insane. Everybody thinking that the red, white, and blues is scams. Let's just get right into it. Here we go, up, and you already.
You know, living in America is getting a little hard right now.
I don't want to live here anymore.
Is anyone else completely sick and tired of living in America?
Why is it so hard to live in America when you have a regular 40-hour-a-week job?
Living in America is
because regular doesn't work anymore. But the thing is that not everyone cannot be regular. So that's the thing that sucks. Regular doesn't work anymore. And that's what's messed up, is that regular doesn't work anymore. Because if the country was truly good, regular should work. And that's just a fact. Regular, just a normal life, work-life balance, all that stuff should work, right? So they not wrong.
exhausting. You wake up tired. You go to work tired. You come home barely surviving.
If you're not rich, you're not able to survive in this shitty economy.
I might piss some people off. I just really fucking hate living in America.
Everything's so expensive in America. You know, groceries is expensive, gas is expensive, housing is expensive. Everything you can think of is expensive.
We work more than we literally are, in our own homes and with our own families and our kids.
To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest of the month.
We were sold a fucking lie that if we go to college, we get a degree, we can get a job and we can make enough to live. That's not fucking true anymore.
It's a shame that I have to consider getting a second job just to make ends meet, and that's not how it's supposed to be.
What am I doing wrong? I work every day and I'm still broke.
Wouldn't it be so great if my TikTok career worked out? Because then I might actually be able to pay my bills.
That TikTok career shit. Oh, God. But let's get to the nitty-gritty.
America isn't just expensive. It's becoming unlivable. People aren't living anymore. They're just surviving, grinding through endless work weeks, cutting back on everything, and still struggling. It's the same cycle every day. Wake up, work, pay bills, repeat, just to barely scrape by. The dream was stability, but reality feels more like an exhausting fight to exist.
Living in America is exhausting. You wake up tired. You go to work tired. You come home barely surviving. Go to sleep. Wake up. Go to work. Come home. And you're still fucking broke. Every single month, rent's due. Rent is through the roof. Groceries are double what they used to be just 2 years ago. You go to...
So, what the fuck are we going to do about it? We're going to complain and just complain on... what is this doing? There's no changes happening, just by FYI. You're just providing content for people like myself. But other than that, what is you, grown man with a beard, and all you people, women, men, or alike, what is it doing for you complaining? I get it. It may be therapy for you, okay? And then, you can have a community of like-minded other people who are, can trauma bond and stuff, whatever. But, what is it doing for you, though? Is it really helping your situation, putting this stuff online? All this time you could be, instead of complaining about, you could be, thinking of solutions. Because at the end of the day, life is hard. I'll rob a bank before my daughter starve. Look, man. Either you have a solution-based mentality or you have a complainer's mentality. Most people have complainer's mentalities, and they're just not built and cut out to come up with their own solutions. And everyone needs a different solution based on their circumstance, whatever, right?
The gas pump to fill up your car, and it's like you paid another car note. Everything, and everything is up in price. But your paycheck, still the same. And once inflation gets done...
sounds like there could be a solution there. How about you, instead of being on here, work your fucking ass off when you get home from work. And build that side hustle, brother. Or something, man. At the end of the day, this shit ain't gonna work, bro. I can't tell you guys the answers, man. Either you built for this shit or you not, bro. Either you can think outside the box or you can't. And you need to be able to have the ability to think outside the box in 2025. Those normal days of just being inside the box and just doing the traditional, it's over.
With it, it's probably even a little less. Yet somehow they keep telling us, just budget a little bit more. Just work a little bit harder. Like, I'm sorry, how many jobs do I need now? 4? 5? 7? That's not living. That's barely surviving.
What
No
am I
shit.
doing wrong? I work every day and I'm still broke. Like, I have a decent job. I make some decent money, but I live out here in Cali. Like, bro, as soon as I get paid, I have all these bills stacked up, bro, that shit wipes me clean. Like, fuck, I got no money left over. Making $100,000 a year doesn't get you anywhere nowadays. And then moving to Houston, moving to Texas, any other type of state, guys, like, fuck that. I'm not gonna fucking move there. There's gotta be a better way for me.
Then fucking stop complaining, bro, because Cali's expensive as shit, bro. And you don't sound like the sharpest tool. You know what? I'm gonna skip this guy. How you gonna complain and then you're not willing to, like, relocate, bro, to a place where the cost of living is way better? You can get way more for your fucking... Like, come on, man. Get the fuck out of here, man. Get the fuck out of here.
We want to ban TikTok, though.
Is anyone else completely sick and tired of living in America where you're expected to work your entire life? Like, we are not here to work. Our jobs are not our lives. Our jobs are not our purpose. Like, everyone asks me, like, what's your job? What are you doing with your life? Like, I'm just trying to save enough and get passive income so I can go travel the world and start my life. Like, everyone thinks their purpose is to work. Like, you get done with high school, then you go to college for 4 years, then you're 30,000.
No one thinks their purpose is to work. People just have to work. No one thinks that their purpose is to work. But continue, educated one.
$1,000 in debt, and then you're trying to find a job just so you can pay off that debt over the next 3 years. And then what? Then you're making enough money just to pay your mortgage and afford groceries and then pay for kids. And then before you know it, you're 60 and you're retiring and your body hurts because of your job and you didn't do anything that you wanted to do. And that's our life. That's what you're expected to do. And if you break out of that, then people are going to judge you and think you're weird or you're crazy or you're a hippie.
If you break out of that, I mean, look, there's many ways to break out of it. You can go the bum route, like she's saying, or you can be the job creator, bro. Or you can just create your, like, bro, there's like so many ways nowadays, bro. Like, if anything, we're blessed, bro, these days. I mean, it may be hard to be an average person nowadays, but at the end of the day, we are blessed these days because there's so many ways to get to the bag. There's so many ways to get to the bag. You know, all this negativity, what is it going to do? What is it going to do? If people are getting good, look, if you're going to hate on me for being positive while you keep, you know, I don't know, basking in this fucking negativity that doesn't fucking help you, like, then shame on you. And just hop, skip, jump off my channel, man. Yeah, I'm on some bullshit today. Asshole.
I'm so sick of it. America needs to make a change. Something needs to change because people are not happy here. People are not living their dreams. People are not living their life. They are working. They think that their work is their life. It is not that way.
Y'all, I just went today and got my driver's license renewed, my car tags renewed, picked up 2 prescriptions, and got a few groceries. To say that I'm completely broke now is an understatement. So I'm going to have to go home and start selling off my furniture to be able to live the rest of the month. I mean, that's just, it's unbelievable. No, I'm not going to, that's just a joke. I'm not going to have to sell anything. And I'm thankful to God that I am able to do those things. And my heart hurts today. Truly hurts for people who are not able. And we're living in some rough times, really rough times. And we need to be praying for all those around us who are not as fortunate as we are to be able to do the things that we need to do. I'm not talking about extras. I'm not talking about going on vacation and doing fun things. I'm talking about living, taking care of your vehicle if you can even afford a vehicle, putting groceries on the table, buying medicine, the things you have to do. It's sad. It's very sad.
Why is it so hard to live in America when you have a regular 40-hour-a-week job. I'm about to go to Tennessee and meet up with my family and take my first vacation that was from my money that I made. And I work 40 hours a week, regular job. I get paid pretty well, but it's not fuck you money. That's the problem. So I just paid all my bills, and then I divvied up how much I could spend on my trip.
Oh, man.
I don't have enough money to buy food on this fucking trip.
Yeah, and you also don't sound like the sharpest tool in the shed. You know, I make good money, but it's not fuck you money. How you say you make good money, but it's not fuck you money, and then you realize you don't even have enough money to buy food on the trip. So you don't make good money, asshole. You know? And you know, here's the thing about America. I'm sorry, a lot of Americans are just stupid. Prime example. You heard what this guy said, and then what he ended up saying, and tell me how that made sense. Okay? Doesn't look like the sharpest tool in the shed, and probably isn't. But another complainer on TikTok. Okay. How about you go and get you some fuck you money? There's ways to get it. And if you really want it, you will get it. I'm a true believer, and that's the thing. I'm a big believer in that, man. If you really want something, if you're tired of your situation so bad, you will find a fucking way. You will do whatever it fucking takes. But these people don't really want it that bad, bro. Because they'd rather complain on TikTok, bro. They'd rather complain on TikTok than find solutions, man.
That I already booked a flight for. And I know there's plenty of videos on the internet of people just freaking out about America's economy. Like, what is going on? What is going on? I'm a grown man, and I was just in tears. I don't understand. I don't understand it. I have no words. I see videos on here of single mothers just breaking down, and they work 3 jobs and they still can't make it. There's a fucking problem. So Kamala, what you gonna do? Trump, what you gonna do? We gotta figure this out. Or I don't want to say it.
No, you got to figure this out, bro. They're not going to save you, bro. See, prime example. Now the sharpest tool in the shed, and a lot of people just think that the government's just going to just save them, or just because a specific person's in office is going to change your fucking life. It won't.
But America's ready to revolt. Who's with me? Hit me up in the comments. I'm done.
It's a shame that I have to consider getting a second job just to make ends meet, and that's not how it's supposed to be. Your main job is supposed to suffice for taking care of yourself. And even in my main job, I'm making over 20 an hour, but I'm still barely making ends meet. So I had to consider getting a second job just to make ends meet, and that's not how life is supposed to be.
Speaking of which, this asshole over here with the mask on, why the fuck are you even in the video, bro? Just play the comp, bro. Why are you even there? You don't say a word in any of your videos. How the fuck you got more subscribers than me, asshole?
Despise people that voted for Trump. And really, prices were still expensive under Biden, but they had a plan. But Trump, I didn't vote for him, but he's doing everything but lower prices, right? Like, he's not doing anything to really help the economy in a way for us that are suffering to make ends meet. He's not helping in that way. The only thing he's doing is making things worse. And life is not supposed to be like that. You're supposed to be able to make ends meet. But in this economy, it's almost impossible without a second job or a second income. And that sucks.
How are y'all affording to live out here? Like, genuinely, how do you afford it? My husband and I just got married, so we're in the process of like switching everything over and getting our own stuff. And we literally can't afford it, like, simply. We just got a quote for our car insurance, and it's $220 a month for the cheapest thing that we could find, on top of our student loans, our rent, our groceries, our electricity, all the other bills. The next thing that we have to do is get new phone bills because, we're married and we got to get off our parents. We might be getting flip phones. Like, I literally don't. How are we going to afford it? We can't.
And why do we need to know this information, bro? Do you think your husband would like this information just put all out on the street like that? Like, what is we talking about, man? But thank you for the content. On to the next. Roll this beautiful bean footage.
Leave. If you don't like it here, then just leave. I don't think most
Let's read
Americans.
this. 60 to 75% of Americans would find it very difficult or impossible to immigrate. I assume they meant change that to for an or. So let's start from the top. 60 to 75% of Americans would find it very difficult or impossible to immigrate out of the United States legally, even if you could afford to move to another country initially. We are all effectively trapped here.
Realize how hard it is to leave the United States legally without risk of being deported back here. Like, it is incredibly difficult, even for you. Like, most of us don't have the mobility to do that. A lot of Americans are more akin to animals trapped in a cage. Like, there is no practical, plausible way for you to leave the United States safely without the chance you're just going to get sent back here. Like, that is what I think is crazy. And it's kind of odd that those people don't question that, because if a lot of people could easily leave the country, they would. And what that leads me to is, what happens if they're wrong and it is an autocracy? I'm just using this for them, not for you guys. We know it's a fucking fascism, autocracy. It's all coming.
All right, bro. I'm skipping this guy, bro. He's pissing me off.
So I said, fuck it. Let me see what outside of America looking like. So I went to ChatGPT. That's what it had to say. So I asked ChatGPT about Mexico. It said Mexico can vary depending on the city, lifestyle, and personal preferences. But in general, smaller cities, around 12 to 1,800 per month can be enough for a comfortable lifestyle. This would cover rent, food, utilities, transportation, entertainment, and expensive areas. Mid-range cities expected to spend around 1,800 to 2,500. That's still good. We can do that. Major cities, 2,500 to 3,500. And that's still good. That's all bills. That's all bills. That's not just the rent. Like, you know, out here in America, this just be the rent, that 3,500. Nah, bro, that's Mexico.
Nigga, yeah, if you're trying to live fucking downtown in a nice ass fucking apartment, bro. Like, what the fuck is you talking about, nigga? Like, quit exaggerating, bro. Quit complaining. Quit bitching, bro. That's all I'm seeing is a bunch of people bitching, bro. About living in, like, the best country in the world to fucking make money. Where people would die and literally die and try to, like, come here, bro. Literally, like, are refugees and try to come here, bro. And y'all complaining about being born and blessed and born in one of the best countries ever to make a bag, bro. It's just you gotta not do it the traditional way, bro. It's just y'all niggas is lazy, bro. Y'all don't want to think outside the box. Y'all don't want to... You're just not about it, bro. At the end of the day, America's a great place to be. If you are really about that cheddar, bro, America is an amazing place to be. So, quit complaining.
Up at 3,500. Hey, time out. So I said, fuck it. Let me ask about China. You know, China doing really well. They gave us TikTok, gave us Red Note. Let's see how much it costs to live out there. Boom. Tier 1 cities, Beijing. We all heard of Beijing somewhere in a movie book. You heard of it, goddammit. 700 to 1,100 for rent. Total estimate monthly cost for everything you need. Gym, entertainment. You see all that extra shit, public transportation, groceries. Bro, 14 to 2,300.
All right, I'm skipping this nigga too because he's just annoying. He's yelling at me.
World.
Oh,
So
cute.
5 years ago, me and my husband.
Damn, her eyebrows are thick as shit though, and she said her and her husband. Never mind. Let's start from the jump though.
America, and the sense of dread that I feel living here for the next 30, 40 years is so bad, you guys. Let me just give you a little peek into my world. So 5 years ago, me and my husband bought our home. Okay, we bought our home on my 22nd birthday. Our home at the time was valued at $130,000 by the county. Now, mind you, we did not pay this much for our home. I wish we did, but we did not. 5 years later, we just looked. Our home is valued at $248,000 5 years later. Last year, our home appraised at $161,000. If we were to try to buy a home now, I don't think that we would be able to do it. 5 years ago, all they told you was you needed good credit and $10,000 saved up. That was more attainable 5 years ago for a couple of early 20-year-olds than it would be for two people dual income in our mid-20s right now. At the time, me and my husband were making really good money. I mean, for two people that don't have college degrees, we were making well over $100,000 a year. And in the South, specifically Texas, that could stretch. Nowadays, it literally doesn't mean anything. Like, groceries are too high. The cost of living is too high. The housing crisis is out of control. People move. It's It's bad. It's bad, you guys. It's getting bad, and it's getting worse and worse by the year, no matter who's elected president. We were not put on this earth to work 70 plus hours a week, not be able to spend time with our families. We were put on this earth to consume art, have community, you know, try new foods, new cultures, travel. We did everything.
And complain on TikTok. And complain on TikTok about how, you know, and complain on TikTok about personal, you know, matters that really shouldn't be online. It's another thing we're gonna put on earth to do, right? Yeah, asshole. Let's go to the next beautiful bean footage.
Actually, be able to take care of my cat. I don't know what I'm gonna do this month. It makes me mad. I applied to all these jobs. I basically have a college degree. And I can't get a job. And it made me mad. I see these people on social media my age. And they get paid so much money to make these videos. Which is good for them, but it's just like... I'm struggling to live. And you guys make videos and get paid. Well, I'm gonna make any bills this month. I'm in so much debt. Just annoying. I hate this world. You need a college degree.
And the reality is, one full-time job that pays $15 an hour isn't going to be enough to pay for bills or to move out.
To be successful and live comfortably.
Yeah, that's a lie they
college
sold.
degree is so expensive, and I still have to get more school. And also,
Even when I receive my bachelor's, I won't find a job that pays any better and have to do more school, meaning more debt.
I'm a full-time student. And I've been working 2 to 3 jobs for the past 5 years. Moved back home to school online so I can work more. I have 1 job. They don't even book me. Can't make any of my bills. Can't put gas in my car. Can't take my cat to the vet, which I know makes me a bad cat owner. I know. I feel bad about it. Everyone around me is...
I'm not angry that people have help or trust funds, but when it's almost all I'm surrounded by is isolating, especially when I know I'm working hard to bring. Yeah, I mean, rule number 1 of life is that it's unfair, man. 100%. So, and that is a point, you know, at the end of the day, life is mad unfair, bro. Like, it just is what it is, man.
As soon as I did that video about my business and the struggles, all of a sudden I come across other videos. I'm not the only business struggling. And that always happens. Just like Google, you say something and then Google, it's like they're listening. So yeah, apparently, you know, if you're not rich, you're not able to survive in this shitty economy. And I know I'm not the only one, because all these videos just popped up after that.
I don't know. It's not like people are dropping dead and dying. So I don't really know what these people are talking about. You know, I don't know if I can even finish this video, but you know what? Let me go to this white Karen in this car. I think this white Karen in this car got some truth bombs.
Living in America, because the expectation here is that we put our job mornings like today. I just really fucking hate living in America, because the expectation here is that we put our jobs first. It's that we work more than we literally are, like, in our own homes and with our own families and our kids. And I'm just really angry about that, because I like go to work and I miss my kids, and and this is coming from a person that, like, I love my job and I love the people that I am around during my job. I love the people that I work with, and I've been here, like almost 7 years, and I love it. But I have 2 young boys that I just, like, want to be around, and there are days where I wish that we had at least like an extra day for the weekend. Like I wish that we had at least a 3-day weekend rather than a 2, because I'm at work 5 days and only off 2 days and get to spend a full 2 days with my kids. I just feel like it's like madness. I feel like it's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me. I am, during like the times that I am awake, I am at work and working more than I am with my own 2 boys, my own family, and that breaks my fucking heart because I feel like I'm blinking and they're just growing up and I'm like not a part of it. And I know that might sound dramatic or ridiculous to some people, but like I feel like I'm not a part of their lives because I get 2 days off, and then like we're expected to like take care of our mental health and like go get our nails done and go get our hair done and like go take time for ourselves. And I'm like, how do I take time for myself when I'm already away from my kids as much as I am? It fucking sucks. I hate that. And then I just feel guilty, and I feel like we're just working our asses off and putting our jobs first and spending more time at this fucking place to still not be able to afford groceries and, you know, like rent or mortgages, buying houses, like going to the fucking store, like God forbid you need, you know, you want to buy extra things, like then we're just putting ourselves in like more debt and trying to pay off that debt. And like no wonder why so many people are trying to become like influencers or own their own businesses and stuff, because it's like we're just trying to get ahead. But then you come online and you don't even know who to trust because people are just completely dishonest or dramatic and like, yeah, over dramatic, trying to sell you shit because they're trying to make an extra penny. And it's like, get your bag, I'm all for that, but like you don't know what you can trust and you don't know what's
word salad is killing me, man.
True, what's a lie, what
Damn.
People are saying just to make money. And it's like, I get it, I fully understand. Like that's another thing, is like there's so many opportunities that I have been given but I have not taken because I'm like, this isn't up my alley, like this isn't my thing, and I don't want to be dishonest. And so I'm like, is that what we're all doing? Like we're all just fucking lying for these companies and selling shit just so that we can like make some extra money to like get out of debt? And it's like, do I do that? No, because I'm an honest person and it just fucking sucks. And I don't know, like we're all just trying to like survive over here, and I feel like we shouldn't be trying to survive. I feel like we should be like enjoying our lives and spending it with our families. And I'm just super frustrated. I don't know, now that I've gone on a 3-minute rant about it, but
talking in circles, jeez, oh Pete.
Other country, you go to other countries and it's not like that. Like they really have a good home life balance, and I just feel like we don't have that in America. So I don't know, I'm just fucking frustrated. And it's like, if we don't work, then we're on the fucking streets, or maybe we don't work and then you live off the government. It's like, choose your poison, right? Like pick your poison. So anyways, that's my rant for the morning. Like here I am sitting in fucking the same traffic that I sit in every day that makes me late every single fucking day, no matter what time I leave the fucking house. It's so annoying, and it just puts me in a bad mood. It really just sets my fucking Monday on the right foot. But anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful week. If you've made it this far, I apologize, but have a great Monday, a great week.
And that's the reality. America.
I don't know, she's gonna kind of like, you know, like the mid-tier cute. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, 100%. Just pointing horizontally instead of pointing vertically. So we are kept divided through media with the two-party system fighting each other, so we fail to see the real enemy. So we're pointing like kind of, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, 100%. Being completely broke as an old person has to be scary as fuck. Let me work now so I can do what I can to avoid that. Being homeless in the streets while elderly has to be one little hell of an experience. 100%. That is actually pretty terrifying. Life in America, inhumane, toxic, all about the greed. Brace yourself. This is just getting started. It's easy to understand simple corporate greed. I mean, okay, I get it. But there's people out here getting it. I mean, not everyone, but look, here's the thing, man. Really, pretty much my point. I'm not trying to undermine or, talk down or downplay people's struggles, man. I'm sure all of us have been broke. I'm sure all of us have been in fucked up situations, okay? But one thing I do know is that complaining and having the loser, defeatist mentality won't get you too far. So all I'm saying is that, yeah, life is hard. Life's always been hard, and life always will be hard. And the only way to really overcome, it's not by complaining, having a defeatist mentality. It's by actually having a solution-based mentality. And if you really, 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 really hate your situation that bad, I guarantee, yeah, it may take a few years, but you will find a way to get out of that situation if it really bothers you that much.